Good morning, Wind. Let's see. Okay. Can kind of start that off a little bit better today. What to do? What to do? NPC. So, um, so I haven't touched the NPCs since yesterday. The only thing I did add, and I forgot to do yesterday, was the defluff perks for perma. So as you can see, it added another 3, which you place underneath the main ones here. And all it does is when you go into your skill trees. Hey Strudel, good morning. Um, yeah, the defluff perks it does exactly what it says it does. If you've read the perks with Percus Maximus without the defluff perks SE mod, you don't really get a good idea of what each does. It Perma itself does a really good job of, well, it's kind of a catch-22. It's more immersive, really. Gives you a description, yes. Description's obviously valid for whichever skill or perk you're looking to choose, but it doesn't give you numbers, doesn't give you specifics. Um, me personally, I have a hard time because I like to know exactly what does what. So, um, so what I think I'm going to do today is we are going to take these saves, delete them. Okay. So I've added the defluff perk mod in. Before I even get into that, I'm going to do the merge with zedit um, for the NPCs, which means I may need to rerun um, Wicco itself because I have to see here. Let me see where it starts. So this has the ESP. If I open this up in my file tree here, you can see I have meshes textures. And I believe some of the meshes, yeah, the armor's closed in DLC, so these still have to be hidden. I do have the overhaul ESP, but you'll notice it's not ticked. So like I said, this is just going to be a test to see. What I'm going to do is tick it. So that'll put me at 235. Yeah, 235. Okay. I don't think it added anything. No, we're good. Now I have to go through all of these because these are going to be part of the merge. Wicco's not, but we're going to have all the other ones as part of the merge. Morning, Mike. Afternoon. Because obviously we saw a couple gray face yesterday. Surprisingly, Ancano wasn't one, which I fully expected him to be. So all you do, well, let's see here. This is going to be tricky. Yeah. Because of the Nordic, you could see Pans. The only other one that gave me an ESP was Pandorbles. And did I not hide this one? Maybe that's the reason for it. Okay, here. Let's hide that. All right. Let's untick Wicco again here. Now we have missing masters, don't we? Yes, we do. For Patchus Maximus. It's going to be a problem. I may have to rerun the patcher. That's okay. Um, so let me think of the best way to do this. I could tick on Wicco. And what was the one that I needed? It was Pandorable's... Was it Dawnguard? I believe. Let me just unhide this to see if that fixes it. Should put it at the bottom. No, because Patchus is still... Alright, let's rehide this one. This is the problem with the patch. Pandorable's NPCs. Let's see this one. Yeah, this one here. Let's unhide this. Now let's activate it. No, still. Enable missing masters. So it is Dawnguard. Okay. So NPCs we could hide again. Dawnguard we have to unhide. And that'll put this here. And there you go. Okay. And let's go back up to Wicco. Pan would go there. That's the problem with having all of these together. And my take on it is this. As much as I would like to have the NPCs look better, right? Wicco does a really, really, really good job on its own, without anything, to bolster the look of the NPCs. It's something I don't mind in my own games. I don't need, HQ NPCs. As nice as it is to travel to Whiterun and see, Ysolda, um, the male Battleborns, with the exception of John, because he looks, I don't know, he looks kind of frumpy. I think he's the only one that got nerfed. The rest of them do look good. Idoloft looks he actually looks really good. Um, and then Ulfrid, the patron, the father. Well, I guess he's the middle technically. No, he is the patron of the family. That's right. I'm thinking Greymane. So Ulfrid he's got the white hair that's down. He looks completely different. And then obviously, the stuff that Pandorables touches, the stuff that Men of Winter touches, all the B-Gin mods, and then of course Saranaholic. So we can do that. What I'm gonna do, and I'm probably gonna have to rerun the patcher to do it, because once I untick one of these, uh, Patchus Maximus is gonna throw that error because I combined everything. That's the one problem with doing the merge using perma. If I wasn't using perma, I wouldn't have to rerun the patcher. I could simply just take their ESPs and go. The other thing here is this Nordic NPCs overhaul mixed. If you visit this, oh no, because it's not on Nexus. That's why. Okay, so let's do this. Let's untick this. We're gonna get another error. Let's take a look at Valerica. So she's got. We're gonna unhide that. Saranaholic. We're gonna unhide this. Bijin Wives. We're gonna basically unhide all the ESP files, and you'll see why I'm gonna do this in a little bit. I think there's what 11 to 13 of them. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 15. So there are 15 we need to... Did I untick this one? Yes, I did. So there's 15 that we're going to have ESPs for. But they're all going to get merged. Wicco is not. There's Tolfdir, file tree. Unhide his. These will all populate at the bottom now here as well. Idgrad Ravencrone, she's a standalone. Let's unhide this one. Pandorable's Initiates. Let us unhide this one. NPC Dragonborn, this is from Pandorables. Let's unhide this. NPC Dawnguard. This is already good. But let's do this. Let's hide it and then unhide it to keep them in order. And they're going to be in backwards order, but that's okay. Because the order isn't going to matter. The Alright, there we go. The ESPs aren't going to matter. Ordinary Women, SSE. Let's unhide that so the ESP shows. Fresh Faces, same thing. Unhide. Metal Sabers, the Beautiful Orcs of Skyrim. Let's unhide that. And Men of Winter. Let's unhide that. Okay. Now, males for Nordic NPCs. This is different. This is meshes and textures. This one we actually don't need. It's another one that you don't get off of Nexus. This is on Mega. Same with the Nordic overhauls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to untick males for Nordics because there's no ESP there. Okay. So Wicco itself, as you see, is right here. It's got its one ESP. It's got the meshes. It's got the textures. That's what we want. We want the immersive character overhaul ESP. Now, if I do need to rerun or reinstall Wicco, I can do that. Okay. So these are all now ticked. You'll notice they have populated here at the bottom. I need to tick, 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 etc. So these ESPs in the right pane need to be active. Patches is still going to give us this, but we're going to ignore that for right now. Cedit. You'll notice all it's going to say is missing masters. Nordic NPCs overhaul mixed. But since we don't have Nordic NPCs overhaul mixed installed, theoretically when I run the Z merge, and then I have to rerun the patcher again, it should disable this little error message. So let's do that. So now we have the rest of the NPCs that I do want to merge. Like I said, it doesn't matter the order. You can see Valerica. Where's Serana here? Yeah, Serana's right there. Tolfdir, Ordinary Women. Pan. Okay. So it looks like they went in alphabetical order. Starting with Bijin, War Maidens' Wives, etc. All the way down. That's fine. So we'll run Cedit. And this is the main Zedit page, but you're going to want to change it to Zmerge, right? Make sure it's on Skyrim SE. You can change this. It could be none. I don't have any other games installed. If this is the Legendary Edition Skyrim, you're not going to see the coloration in the symbol there for the Empire. It'll be like a slightly grayed out, almost transparent symbol, mostly on the gray side. Special, but it does say it'll just say Skyrim, but this one will say Special Edition. So this is the one you want. Start your session. Okay, so NPC merge patch. We're going to delete this because this was built February 5th. This is my old one. It saves the record for your old one in zmerge. As long as you have zmerge still installed, whichever your last one is, it will save and it'll show you the ESPs that you've merged together. Okay, so I want to delete this one. Yes. We are going to create the merge here, this little green icon here. Now, first you're going to name it. It just says, it starts off as new merge, MPC merge patch. And then the file name is going to be the same thing, but with the ESP. So before you hit OK, go to your plugins, right? You're only going to select the ones that you want. So for me, see how patches has the error? You can see it shows the red error. The only ones we want are the ones that we just unhid their ESP for, which is all the MPC overhauls, with the exception of Wicco. Wicco should be up here somewhere. Let me see. Finis, Ely. All right, Wicco right there. And then, oh, also Pandorable NPCs Dawnguard. And let's keep Takata as Elisif separate. So we want Pandorables because that's one of the NPC overhauls. You don't need your what do you call it? The like the aesthetic stuff, the brows, the beards, the skins, the body. None of that stuff gets included. You literally just get the meshes and textures. So we have all them. There should be 15 in total. Hit OK. Gives you a nice list. Now, because Pan was up top, it doesn't change it to alphabetical, but you can see Initiates, NPCs, Dragonborn, Dawnguard. I'm not sure if there's another one. All the Bajin ones. Basically, anything you check. Metal Sabers, Tolfdir, Valerica, Serana. Okay. So we're ready to build. Let's build the patch. And it will take a minute here. And it's basically merging them all. It's going to delete their ESPs for you. You can see it's working. 95%. That's not bad. Once it hits 100, you're good. Once it's green, it tells you it's done. You could check the log here. So you could see removing master, clobbering merge masters. Yeah. Right. So this is everything. This is today. All the resources, right? The references, form IDs, renumbering them, copying records, their asset files, clobbering the masters, saving. Completed. Once you see completed here, if you do check your logs, that's what that means. You can close that out. After that, you're done. You're done. You've already built it. You don't need to edit it. Don't delete it. This little X over here will close the program. That's all you need. Okay. Now, you'll notice here in the right pane, all of those have been unticked. We needed the ESPs for the merge patch. Now, files in your overwrite. I'm going to refresh this first. I always do this. Now you'll see here, NPC merge patch appeared, right? Ticket. You're going to get an NPC merge patch .esp. This one will go, let's put it, I like to keep it towards the bottom. But I want to keep it above patches, but I don't want to, well, you know what, let's do this. We'll try it in a couple different places. So we have Wicco, and then there you can see Pandorables. I'm actually going to move this to the bottom with the other ones, just so it's all in the same spot. And we'll put it between NPCs, Dawnguard, Dragonborn, just so they're in, in order that I can read them. Okay, keep them all at the bottom. So these are all the unticked ESPs. Okay. Of course, we do have the cache in the overwrite. These are our backups. There's nothing in it. It's an empty folder. It's just every time you run an executable here, Mod Organizer tends to throw things in overwrite. You don't need it. I should be left with 2 errors now. One being uh, that Percus Maximus is still form 43. The other one meaning that I probably really need to run the patcher itself, but we should be okay, at least for testing purposes. Now I still don't have my LODs run. That's fine. I can live with this because I can fix this just by rerunning the patcher, which I'll do at a different point. Now I'm going to put the merge patch. I'm going to put it here because I want it above perma itself. And in my load order, it's technically above. It's a little higher, but I like to keep the merge right here. Um, so we'll load in. We'll fire up a new character, a new test. I'm going to quickly toggle all the map markers on this time so I'm not COC. And we'll just do a quick test. Now, if I still get the, because I don't have any loot style mods on at all. No moral loot, nothing yet. Um, all geared up is fine. This has still been run. We haven't adjusted this at all. Patches is going to have to be rerun. That's inevitable. Every time you change anything in here, you have to rerun the patcher. So, however, the patcher shouldn't affect their faces. But keeping Wicco off is key. I found that adding it in, you're still always going to get 1 or 2 of the blackface bugs. It just is what it is. We'll load in here. Let me swap my capture over. And I think the only other thing I have to grab that I didn't grab was a smaller cursor. So I'll do that at some point. Like I said, it's not high on my priority list because the vanilla cursor is the size that it is. It's never really bothered me. I do like a smaller one, but that's just me. But we'll have to see. It should be black screen for you guys, so. Okay. Let me just clear off some of this stuff here. It's going to take a minute for this to load in. Alright, let's see if I get the same double cursor thing that I did the last time. Don't touch it. Wait for it to go. Okay. Now we're good. Beautiful. Start a new game. And what I'll do is I'll do a real quick setup with Skyrim Unbound. Testing with it, that's part of the problem. Normally I do stuff like that off camera, but because I wanted to show unhiding the ESPs for those that do use it, or have attempted it, it's nice to see stuff like that. Of course, it's raining here in Helgen. Or that could be the fire. I don't know. It sounds like rain, but I have the feeling it's the fire from Alduin. Or it could be both. Who knows? We don't know. On the plus side, though, running Unbound lets you go through this menu nice and slow, and it's already loading your mods in the background, so you can see it's already been at work. Oh, it is raining. Okay, good. We'll wait for the I need menu before I actually go into the MCM. So once it says I need, because if you go into the MCM before you get the I need is okay to go in there, you'll bork I need, and then you'll have to restart. It's right there. See that one? If you open your MCM before that, you fuck up I need. Okay. And normally what I do is I always just wait for everything to finish. Usually Immersive Armors tends to be my last one. Configuration is finished. That should be the last one. Yep. Alright, so once nothing else is scrolling, let's clear that up because I don't want to be here in the rain while I'm doing this. And like I said, I'll do a real light setup. Just taking this off, taking this off, taking this off, and let's see if I can get into iHUD. Nope, makes you go back out. Back in at the MCM. Immersive HUD. Oh, you have to fully back out. Okay. And I'm not going to set up anything else. Because violence, wet and cold, this stuff doesn't matter for right now. Okay. Back out one more time, and let's start Unbound. Okay. Core settings, yes. So we'll do the same preset, we'll do Warlock. Dragons, I'm just going to leave this alone for right now. Though I am going to set my wealth, just in case I need it. We'll just put 2,000 septims. Spells, we're going to go selection. We'll take Oak Flesh, we'll take Conjure Familiar, we'll take Frostbite, we'll take Healing, we'll take Fury. Starting location. I'm going to do a city this time, so we can at least start in... See you later, what's going on? Welcome. We'll start in a city, because I think it's going to make it a little bit easier. Now the one I think that had the most was Riften, right? Both Anuriel, the Steward, Brynjolf was okay, Mercer was okay, but I think it was Anuriel and there was like one or two others that had it. So we'll take a look, we'll see. Alright. Do I need any special options? I don't think I do. Oh, faction armor. Oh yeah, and start as a vampire, of course. That should be it. And then I will F5, yes I will, I remembered. Random staff, hooded, okay, we're good. So let's start our adventure. And like I said, this is going to be a test. We will unlock all the map markers, we'll toggle around. Altmer, presets, load, this one. There he is. Okay. And see how it doesn't really affect him at all, whatsoever? He still looks the way that he does. Kind of got a neck beard thing going on, but you know, maybe we'll change that, who knows. There'll be number 3 test. And you guys know I don't get the Fury spell with perma. Perma kinda... Yeah, F5. I will. Thank you, Wind. We'll F5 as soon as we get in here. Or as soon as I can choose Seerbane. Auto saving, there we go. Good. Not even really gonna add anything else in. The dagger maybe. We'll equip that. Let's keep the mage hood off. But we'll leave God mode on. Okay. So yeah, now we're good. Let's
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax for the privilege of entering the city. Keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me out. The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
so you can see even with the blue vampire eyes, they're my favorite. They're my absolute favorite. The underworld eyes. I love them. Some neckbeards are good, not all. This guy, I may actually give him a little thicker beard for an Altmer. Because not a lot of the Altmers have what I consider quote-unquote Nordic beards. Oh, Vex, that's right, Mike. Thank you. Vex was the other one.
I had another run
Alright.
with the Thieves Guild.
Be careful.
Yeah, so you could
The
see.
Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back.
So you can
One
see it's
snap
already.
of her fingers, and you could end up in Riften jail.
Hey, you, get over here.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses.
Yeah, they're
When
all
you borrowed them, you
blackface.
said you'd pay
So you
back
can
on
see it
time
didn't work.
or double it.
Well, not all of them,
New in town,
but the
eh?
elves.
Here
Brynjolf's
for the
okay.
fishing, I guess.
Quiet.
Alright.
Nothing would have-
So, you know what that means. It could mean the patcher. Give me 1 second. Let me swap my screen over. I don't even need to go look at the rest. I don't even need to. Let's see, can you guys see my? You guys can see my screen. Okay. What does this mean? This means I did win, yeah. So what this means is I am going to remove all of the. Well, I could do one of two things. I could run the patcher and test, or I could reinstall Wicco, go through the whole script cleanup thing, then have to run the patcher again and test. Honestly, I really don't care what the NPCs look like. Wicco handles them all by itself. Now, they're not going to look as nice as, you know, using the Bajin mods, using the Pandorables mods, Men of Winter, Fresh Faces, 12 Deer, you know, etc. But they're still going to look decent. They're definitely going to look better than vanilla. And that's all I care about. And it doesn't affect my player character at all. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all these, right? We're going to get rid of them all. We're going to get rid of the merge. So, and we'll just go with Wicco. I'm going to reinstall Wicco itself. I'm going to leave it at that. None of the NPCs should have blackface. I will have to rerun the patcher anyway. Let's get rid of this. Remove. Yes. Okay. Let's go back up to. What am I uninstalling? These. So, males for Nordics NPCs. Remove. Yes. Men of Winter. Metal Sabers. Fresh Faces. This. Serranaholic and Valerica. I'm also going to remove these. And Takata Follower. Well, this is the Ellis if replacer option. Get rid of that as well. What this also means is I'm going to get rid of all of the stuff for everything else and the body. I'm basically going to go down to my eye mods because I don't need any of this stuff anymore. At all. It's going to save me a couple ESP slots, I think. There we go. And then what I can do is click on Men of Winter. This. We'll just let Wicco handle everything. I'm okay with that. Remove mod. It gives you a nice list of what's being removed. Just double check it. You can't see the bottom. It's the ones that are highlighted in blue. Don't worry about Pandorables just because that's the one I clicked on to see. Remove them all. You can also double check to see that if you made a mistake in your downloads tab, once this finishes uninstalling, they should auto-populate to the bottom here, the ones that you uninstalled. You can see them all here in the light green, the installed. So Bijin, these are all the ones that we just took out. So what I do is delete all uninstalled. And that'll get rid of all these. Now we're still going to have the missing masters. That means we have to rerun the patcher. So Patches Maximus. Let's go back to plugins. You're at the bottom again, bud. There we go. Okay, we're going to have to remove this. Okay. What I like to do at this point is recheck loot. It's going to take a minute. I should get one error, which is from permit itself. Oh, don't wind. I don't have any errors. Okay. I do have a warning though. Don't worry about the rest of the stuff in here. The rest of the stuff is fine. I do have to, where is it? So Wicco. Now we did have the cleanup script with Wicco. This has to be taken care of. So for Windsong, we are going to reinstall this. There it is right there. Okay. Because we need the base, we need everything. Okay. Not the cleanup script. Go custom. We want, see, I'm at 230 plugins, so I'm going to want the unofficial compatibility patch. Let's throw the added followers. Let's do the clean body textures, less flesh face. And let's throw the Witcher gear set in. Okay. And then we're going to replace it. It's going to take its time. It's going to do its thing. Okay. Now it should be here at the bottom. We have to find, as you see, it's all those. And that's what you want. So let's see, we do have one. Okay. So this is, we're going to put it right under this one. See how it populates there with the nice little purple? Such a handy thing to help you find, because you can't have separators in the right-hand pane here, unfortunately, just the left. So let's get Wild Hunt. Everything to here. We'll bring all these up, and we're going to place it right here. We're going to activate, 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 activate. And keep them in the same order. So now, and we're still at 234 active plugins. I may get one error for patches. I don't think I will. Just double check your left and right panes. So perm is here. The defluff perks are underneath it. And then the perma patch is actually going to go underneath. Now you'll see all geared up is above it. I should probably swap these two categories. It's probably a good idea. Let's do that. So we'll take all good meshes and we'll place that right above. So now we have all geared up, the meshes, which doesn't show. Then you have perma. Then you have your defluffing perks. We'll run the patcher. Ignore the one. This just means it's form 43. You can't put Percus in form 44 or else you can't run Xedit. It won't let you for whatever reason. I did leave Takata in, yeah. She's okay. She's by herself, and we'll go over to the palace to check. Although let me just check her. How do I have her set up? She's just meshes. Just her mesh for the face gen. Although I could rerun this here. Let's see. That shouldn't be a problem. Well, unless this is the same. Yeah, it's the same, so it's okay. Let's run the patcher. Okay, so let's patch. Are we gonna get any errors? No, hit 100%. Awesome. So I don't have to put anything into ESP form, which is great. You'll notice I had a couple ESLs. The patcher will bypass things that aren't pertinent to it, meaning Undiscover Skyrim, HD LODs. For some reason, CBBE is a light plugin, so it bypassed that. It doesn't have anything to do with the body. And then several other ones too in ESL form, which is nice. So you can have a couple light plugins. The last time I ran perma, everything here was a straight ESP. There were no ESLs with the exception of HD LODs. It was the only one. And the patcher doesn't need that because it is for your LOD generation. Everything else had to be, and I was around the same. I think I had, damn, stupid headset. I swear I have a great headset, but I swear it hates me. Yeah, I had probably around between, I think it was like 228 to 237, somewhere in there. And that's the reason why I would love to be able to convert um, the SkyProc patcher from Java to Zedit. That was something I was looking at last night after stream ended. I was doing a little bit of testing with it. Definitely not as easy as you'd think. Um, I'll tell you why. If you go to the Perkus page, well, this is still running, right? Um, right. So Perkus hasn't really been touched in quite a while. You can see the last update was the 16th of June of 2018. There are, well, I guess there's no changelogs here, huh? Okay. Bugs. There are 38 bugs. I believe some have been addressed on other pages. Some are new. Cannot run PAMA. PAMA is LE. I'm assuming they tried to run this from LE. Bad mod. Yeah, because it's an LE format, they never bothered to convert it. Hey Loki, what's up? You're still not well, huh? That's not good. We need our trickster being 100%. Somebody get Loki a coffee. A double. Napping is good though. Anytime you're able to rest though, Loki, do it. Especially when you're not feeling well. Um, so you can see this hasn't really been touched. It's been updated, even to the point where one of the moderators here had to come in and, sticky this because I guess they were getting some harassment for this mod. My understanding is that Tendo doesn't work on this anymore. Neither does Niu or Sam the Nord. And I believe Niu is the one that I spoke to when I told them I found a way around it to get it to run on SC. Now, if you're playing on Legendary Edition, there's PCAP, the patches for all your other mods, and you could run it perfectly fine. There is no having to turn it into a light plugin, anything like that. It's literally just Mod Manager, download, and go. I, of course, don't want to play on LE. We'll be here. Get a big one. I see Win sent you 2, 3. Hey Strudel, welcome back. So, so yeah, I guess he had to sticky. This is one of the moderators for Nexus had to sticky because I guess people were complaining, saying, "Hey, you know what the hell's going on with the mod?" Well, you know, it's like anything else. Sometimes mods, after a time, they just don't get worked on. This, I guess, wasn't a priority, you know, and I understand that. I'm okay with that. But you would think with however many other really talented mod authors are in the community, somebody, you know, could just send a message over to Tendo and the team that worked on it and say, hey, or, you know, would you mind? We'd like to, you know, pick up where you guys left off. We're not going to take any credit for it. We're just going to see if we can make it better. You know, I would love to see that. Ideally, I'd like to see Tendo and the team themselves do it because who knows their own mod better than them, right? Um, but I can see why they had talked about making this into using Zmerge and getting away from Java. Java's kind of finicky. Let's see how the patchers do. Yeah, you can see we're 5% adding masters from contributors. So we're 2 of 22. It's going to take a little bit more to run. Looks like it did the weapons and the armor already, though. The patcher isn't flawed so much as mod structure has changed. What this means here, what this member has been saying is that the mod structure for Special Edition is different than the mod structure for Legendary Edition. So use Vortex to install. Make sure all mods are unmarked as light under the plugins tab. Well, that's what you guys saw me do. What I had to do instead of unmark, see, I don't know how Vortex really works to unmark them as light. But you guys did see me go in and you saw me change the light plugins that the patcher was kicking me out for into standard ESPs, whether it was a regular mod that was light plugin or a patch to a mod that was a light plugin, etc. Only the ones that the patcher says. That's why I skip some. I'm still working. And Niu here, he's the one that ported the patcher. So the load order of ESL is just wrong in some occasions, and for some reason the patcher is not able to retrieve the name of some of the items that are being modified. This is true. This is what happens when you hit a light plugin that the patcher won't recognize. It automatically kicks you out. Once you convert it to an ESP for whatever reason, and this is probably on the technical side, and I know somebody that's more experienced than myself can tell you, but once you convert it to a standard ESP, it works fine. That's why mine's running right now. Oh, it's done. Is it done? It's done. Okay. Yeah, because I got a second error here. Files in my overwrite. Okay, cool. So all we do is just refresh the page. Or not. Did it finish? Oh, no, there it is. We have to create the mod. My bad. Wow. I'm a dum-dum today. Create mod. Yeah. Patches Maximus. Okay. There it is. Bingo. Put it up under the defluffs. There it is. Right there. Now I'm down to 1 error. Form 43. We should be good. Now, you know, like I said, I'm okay with, just Wicco. It's pretty much the only one I use. Yes, it would have been nice to have all the NPC overhauls, you know, but at the same time, I would rather have a stable game that runs well. I don't run into any issues. It's obviously better for viewing. You know, it's not going to be as visually appealing as, a lot of the pictures you guys see Sam and a couple of the others post up. Um, but I'm not really going for that right now. My GPU has been running a lot smoother and cooler since leaving some things out. And yes, I could still add some texture mods that don't have an ESP to this, and I'll be perfectly fine. But you see, we're still well under. I still have 20 ESLs that it bypassed on the bottom. If you could see on the bottom, I know it's probably hard to see. So I have 204 actual ESPs, 215 master NESPs, and then 20 light plugins that the patcher doesn't require or doesn't need. So after this, we'll do LODs. If this is okay, we'll do LODs, which means I do have to, delete. I know. Can't use it. So let's rerun it. Go back in game. And turn my display capture off. It's going to go black screen for you guys. Yeah, that's exactly it, Strudel. Stable game. Um, it's the whole less is more. It really is. And really what's going to handle the bulk of things is EMB. Ominous is going to handle the majority of the visuals. And one thing I was talking about last night too, Sam and I were talking because Sam said he's going to pop in at some point with the LODs. Because I guess he went into each section of the LODs to modify them, which I've never touched. I usually just run it and go. There we go. Okay. Let's wait for it to kick in here. You guys should be able to hear that. Give it a second here. But yeah, stable. That's exactly it. All right. Good game. I also love this these loading screens. This is a little bit different. Once I finish LODs, I'll post the mod list. Dindalod. It seems daunting at first, Strudel, to be honest. Like I avoided it like the plague for the first 6 months since I built my PC. I didn't want to touch it. Although, John Rose at the time kept nudging me. He's like, "Oh, you got to use it. Trust me, it's night and day difference." Well, I was intimidated about it at the time, and I just ran SSE Logen by itself, which will work, but it's night and day difference. It really is. So how do I know if it's safe to mark an ESP as a light plugin? Check the mod page. Usually mod authors will tell you they could be flagged as ESLs. I tend to leave that alone, to be honest. See you later. There are certain ones that I know myself. Welcome back, Loki. There's certain ones that I do know myself that I can flag them and they're okay. Like the new Sky UI can be flagged as actually Sky UI itself can be flagged as an ESL. Vortex will tell you. Okay, so see you later. When because you just ran Dindalod recently, so you have. And I think, Strudel, you're also using Vortex, right? Well, if they're marked as could be light in Vortex, then, I don't think it would hurt to mark them. That seems like a benefit of Vortex itself. It tells you they can be marked as light plugins, right? I believe it's a feature Mod Organizer 2 doesn't have. Now, Mod Organizer will, well, you can hover over a plugin, it'll tell you what the masters are for it, if there's any dependencies, things like that. But that does seem like a benefit, if it tells you could be light. Oh, there you go. See, I have to go into Xedit to do that. And I know technically you're only supposed to go into Xedit to modify one mod at a time. I go in and I modify all of them at once because I don't like to run the program for one mod, ticket, literally make one change, back out, run back in, do it for the next mod, run back out. I guess this is where my patience runs a little thin. It's okay. Let's load user settings. Yes, accept that. Always hit enter or use your cursor to do this. Go to, where is it? Widget mod. Maintenance. Load user settings, done. And can I get immersive HUD? Let's see if it lets me. Activation. Yes. Alright, so I'll usually do 3 and then I'll back out. Let's get I need off because I don't want to have to hear my stomach rumbling or get a debuff or anything. And then is there anything else I need to change? Like I said, we're not going to set up wet and cold. We're not going to do any of that other stuff yet. The clothing fixes I do need. This is important. I have to back out again. Okay. Let's go to Unbound again. Let's go to Core. Go to Warlock. Go to Spell Selection. Wealth is 2000. Select my spells: Oak Flash, Familiar, Frostbites, Healing, Fury. Starting location. Let's do the town again, or city. We'll do the city. We'll do Riften again. Special options, yes. Vampire, yes, we want to start as a vampire. That's how we're going to be starting. Faction armor, yes. That should be it. I'm not going to touch anything with dragons yet. Like I said, this is just, you know, testing. Begin. Should save as preset. Let's load that. I'm gonna have to rename it. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. If you have 80 that are already late plugins, yeah. We'll just let vampirism take over. Let's put some clothes on here.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
You know, oh, religion. Let's see where we're at.
Legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
I wonder why that didn't auto appear.
Buy some armor and live to tell about
Gleaming
it.
gemstones over here.
Okay.
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients.
So I'll wait for myself to stop
glowing.
glowing. Okay.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
So, as you guys can see, they are not.
Yes?
So these are the NPCs from immersive NPCs.
Looking
Brynjolf
to
is
stay
not here. What time of day is
Please,
it?
I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so bad?
That's leather.
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind?
So, you know, they're okay.
Never done an honest day's work in your life. For
He's
all that
fine.
coin you
I'll
carry.
be
Ain't I?
honest, guys. I'm really not worried about the majority of the looks. Wicco does a really nice job handling it by itself. Let's see, is Harold out here? Yes, he is. Let's check him.
Out of my way. The son of the Jarl has no time for
Gotta
idle
kill him.
conversation with travelers. All right.
Let's just check everybody in the keep real quick. We'll check Ancano. Usually, if they're all good, Wicco's fine.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of dragons?
Yes, my lady. That unpleasant
The load times were reduced, huh?
involved a dragon.
It very well
Killed
could be.
several soldiers
Mods
before
fighting
he
each other.
died.
I want you to speak to the city guard. Make sure there's a
Yep.
contingency plan.
And like I
in
said,
place Riften falls under attack.
Wicco itself is,
Snow. You scared of sunlight or something?
yeah.
I like your robes.
Like, even the guards are
From the college.
Good.
pretty
If
good,
Riften should
right?
fall,
Sirland.
right that its leader be spared.
Like, he looks fine to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not
No,
so
come to
I'm not
grow
so
that
picky
way.
about certain things.
Son of the Jarl's youngest son.
Landria.
Did we have an appointment?
So you could
No.
see how Wicco
Was it
affects her.
delivery? I can't remember.
Now you.
I heard the gourmet
Who made?
is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fellow who wrote the cookbook.
All right, what's up with you? So you're the only one, huh?
I have to wonder. What does the Dragonborn do once he's been summoned by the Greybeards?
Nuriel's
Can the
okay.
throne be taught, like any skill?
Layla's okay. That's odd.
Riften's under my protection. You watch yourself now.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim,
I have
tell
the
them to head to
feeling
Windhelm.
he's
Ulfric
got it
Stormcloak
too.
wants to see them.
But I can't tell.
Next Imperial I see is dead.
All right. Well, that's not a good
Welcome
sign.
to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Layla.
So this is what I'm really happy about. Like I was saying before, guys, the interior lighting that I have done, it's probably going to be dark for you. Let me see if I have my torch. I should. Oh, I have a staff of mage light. I didn't even see that. Not that it's going to do any good. Let's put quick light on too. And I guess we'll have to use it. Give us a little bit of light.
Good afternoon.
I have no business with you.
Well, see, Vex is still. Last base to find in patches. That's not good.
I have no business with you.
I'm listening.
I have quick light, but my lighting is so dark that it doesn't matter. I mean, you can see this. This looks great enough. I could only figure out. Maybe I have to put Windsong below.
You're not supposed to.
I know I'm not supposed to be here. Let's look at Mercer.
The last time I'll see you. Get out.
Let's quickly head up. Alright. Let's F5 here. Alright.
You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords. Brigands I can handle, but this talk of...
Can I hide the face gen files from patches? That I've never had to do. I've run this combination before with Perma and it's been fine. Maybe I have to put it below. I don't know. Because it's only a few. You can see she's fine. Feralda's fine.
Cross the way is dangerous.
I don't
and
care.
The gate will not open.
The
You shall
gate
not
will
gain
open.
entry.
I will gain entry. She has no idea who she's talking to, does she? Yeah. Okay. I know. Oh, it opens. Look at that. Okay.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
Come on, Encano. It's hard to tell with you, buddy. But you look like you have it too. Let's go inside.
Lover, are you...
Yeah, I'm the one that thinks that... Yeah. So it may just be that I need to put Wicco itself below the patcher, that's all. Don't want that. 12 deer looks okay. He's perfectly fine. Is this Enther?
There are some experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of it. If you ever need something, especially something hard to come by, let me know.
Did I already run Dindalad? No, not yet. No, I haven't. Ah, here we go.
If there are any
No, so
problems,
he's
let me
okay.
know. It's my job to keep things running smoothly.
Alright, so Encano's good. It was just the hood and the mask. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's go over to the temple. We'll go over to Whiterun. Hey, Carol. Welcome. Where is... Oh, she's probably outside.
Fever.
I know.
My body burns.
Better already.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, and Encano was okay. It was hard for me to tell because he had his hood on and he had that face mask on. Plus it was snowing. So once I came back outside, he had his hood off. It was a little bit better. Oh, did it freeze? No. Okay.
I know your family's honor is important to you.
I know I'm running
You can't
around
afford it.
like crazy and I never do this.
I can't stop now.
Plus I
Can't get the sword
COC'd right into the middle of several scripts that are going on. So let's get the weather out of the way. Taken
To
care
reclaim
of.
some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good...
Rorikstead's nice enough to do
You wanna
Hamlet.
starve?
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife.
Give me your money. I don't have any money. You better give
Kids
me
are
5
fine.
seconds right now. I'm gonna bloody your...
Not really worried about that.
No, please. I really don't have any money, Brady.
Come to chat with an old
Nope.
woman?
Absolutely did not.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the
I used
Imperial
to be
soldiers.
I just
They're
can't
good.
fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow this?
Did it really start?
And ask your little
Wow.
lady.
Actually, it doesn't look that bad. John's back to his normal cheery self.
Well met,
They say
Danica's
the
good.
college has been snooping around Sarthal.
Carlotta's good.
Very clear. No good can come of that.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of
And then I
time.
guess another test would be Hulda and Ysolda if they're inside. The kids are actually being affected by RS children.
Let me know if you want anything. I think I got the clean mug around here somewhere.
Oh, right then. Now, oh, there once was a hero named
Alright, so Sadie is good.
riding to Whiterun
From scryer to squire.
his blade as he told of bold battles
Wolfine is
and the gold
good.
he had made. But then he went quiet, did red nor the red, when he met the shield maiden might.
Nothing. And what
Don't like those eyes you've got.
Ysolda's fine.
There's a
Okay.
bad hunger to them.
is he nothing?
And then you see the Alakir warriors already coming in.
Your son chose his side and he chose poorly, and now he's gone.
You can see he's trying to have a conversation. I'm flying through the scripted
Cause
stuff.
me no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're not.
Yeah, RS children is what I'm running. So it may just be that I need to put Wicco itself underneath the patcher. I don't know. That's a temporary weather.
By Izmir, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all, just north by the Lorius farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. Like to see him laugh his way out of that.
And I have to add common clothes. I forgot about that mod. Obviously, LODs aren't run, so ignore them.
Sounds like you've had quite the journey.
And you can see obviously the tower here because I didn't run LODs. It's two different colors. I do have the fix in there, so. But yeah. So let's F5. Alright. Let's back out. Quit to desktop, yes. We'll give it a little look-see. Give it a test. Wicco. Wicco, where are you? Windsong. I'm gonna keep you there. Now normally nothing goes below patches. I want to do this as a test. While I'm in here. Ah, damn it. Come on, back out. Alright. Don't know why I didn't add this mod in here. Was it the 2K? I'm gonna have to double check here. Give me 1 second here. Let's just double check. And these are patches. This should be something like weapons, armor, clothing, clutter, ace, cutting room floor. Okay. So I'm still good on ESP slots. It would be the _p _.dds. Well, anything that has a P, you have to go into each folder individually because there's one and or more parallax for each thing. Now I think the first main folder is the largest, it has the most. All you have to do is just hide the parallax file itself. The other ones just leave alone. Sometimes they say delete them. I never delete them. If you hide them, it's the same thing. I don't ever like deleting mods out because I like to be able to unhide them if I need to. If you delete them, then you have to just reinstall the mod again. It doesn't make any sense to me. Hiding them does the exact same thing. Weapons and armor, it should be here. Okay. So it is common clothes and armor is the same. Files 2. No, this is a different one. We're going to do 2K. Forgot to add this one. I don't know why I would forget this. We have to have their clothes looking good at least, right? Let it go. And does it say and patches? Let's just make sure. Let's get this off. Common clothes, yes. This is the patches we're going to need, yes. These are ESLs, so we may need to... Well, we're going to have to rerun the patcher. Before I install these, let's go do the test just to make sure. Right, we've got patches here at the bottom. But now we have Wicco underneath it in the plugins tab. So let's minimize this. Let's run the game. Throw my capture back over. And I'll be honest, if what's his name, Umad, the house, or was he the house Carl for Layla in Riften, if he's the only one, I know Vex has it too. But if they're the only ones that have it, I can kind of live with it. I'd rather not. But you know, we'll have to see. Wait for it to load up. And I'll just continue from last save is all I'll do because I didn't add anything in. Continue from last save, okay. I guess we'll have to go back to Riften because they're the ones that had it. That's unfortunate, but you know what it is. Let's just let's just make sure. Okay. So they're good. Okay. Go to the flagon again.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
Oh, Vex looks good.
Putting together another shipment from Nora.
And you can see what happens. Watch this. Ready? Base last changed, Wicco. So if you ever have a conflict like that, the first thing I like to do is move the mod that you know is overhauling your NPC below where it says base last changed. You saw before that it was last changed by the patcher itself. Move it underneath. Now normally, sometimes mods will state not to do this. They don't want you to move them. They need their mod to be at the very bottom. Well, that's not always the case. Not always the case.
Well,
Whatever you're selling, I'm not buying. If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
Pretty confident now that all the NPCs are going to be okay.
well, if it turns out, I'll be willing to buy.
And I really do love this interior. This interior lighting, I think, is probably some of the best I've ever had on a personal game. Right, this is with my quick light on. If I turn it off, you guys can't see anything. Look at this. You can see his vampire eyes glow. Right? And if I send a... shit. I send a nice little ball of light. That's what it's supposed to be, in my opinion. Look at that. Alright, so they see me, they're gonna get mad. Mercer's good. I know.
This is the last time I'll say
I'm leaving.
get out.
Yep, we took the underworld eyes. So they're that nice blue glow. I still wish I could find the one that made the eyes have a subtle green glow to them, because there was a vampire eye mod that did that for your player character. I just haven't been able to find it. And you'll notice I left out other things too. So we have Death Bells by Mari, but we left out EMB Light. And all of the EMB mods. Like all the lighting mods. So you won't see the glowing Death Bells, you won't see the glowing Chorus Eggs. And I did that on purpose.
Riften's under my...
Sorry.
There's Ingen. Ingen looks okay. Let's take a look at Brynjolf.
Yes?
Sadra. Brynjolf is good. Maven looks... Oh, I see what you guys are. You're plotting. Okay, I'll leave you alone. They're going over their business dealings in public, like they shouldn't be doing. And then we'll go check Ancano, and Ancano's pretty much the more test. Is it more vampire eyes? Maybe that is what it is. Umad's fine.
You must
See?
be one of those wizards from the college in Winterhold.
He's good.
Another quiet day.
NPCs are all good. Keep Wicca at the bottom of your load order, guys. That's all I can say.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Layla's steward.
Welcome to
Muriel.
Riften, traveler. I hope the road fared well.
Now, obviously, Layla doesn't look, as pretty, neither does Anuriel, but,
What can I do for you?
again,
No, come to gloat, have we?
yes.
Poke fun at the Jarl's youngest son.
He did have gray face, but see how his face lightened up, so he had it too. Okay. Let's check Ancano. He should be fine.
Don't listen to
And
that
that'll be
talk
it.
of a face sculptor.
Oh, we really could just zip right to the college. What the hell am I doing? Because I think I'm going to have to talk to Feralda again. I have map markers on. So if he's good, that'll be my test. That'll let me know. Wow, that does look nice. Ominous is so good.
Greetings.
Obviously, she doesn't look nearly as good as she used to, but I'm okay with this. Because my character looks okay. Right? I think I'll fix the beard up a little bit. And I hope I didn't get rid of aesthetic elves by accident. There's no plugin for it, but yeah, he's good.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
What's up, Mirabelle? Looks good, guys. Looks good to go. Yeah. This is such a fitting EMB for Skyrim. It really is. Look at that. I can't think of another place where I would have to check an NPC. They're usually the main culprits. Most of the elves, Feralda, and Kano definitely. And then for whatever reason, the Thieves Guild members. Some of them get it, some of them don't. I don't understand why Vex was affected. So unless she's also part of the crime faction that's part of the city, it is what it is. Oh, thank you, Carol. It's JK's and Dawn of Skyrim. Personal. You can see the same thing here with Winterhold. It adds some structures into Winterhold. There's Vigrim, just kind of hanging out there. This part always seems to lag even with the patch. But you'll notice, ooh, fall through. I don't want to fall through. I know this may be a little jarring to look at, but can I get up and over? Yes, I can. I mean, they're on the side of a cliff. Look at this. This is what fell into the Sea of Ghosts here. So of course you're... Can I not get out here? Oh no, I can get out here. And you can see buildings down there. You can actually work yourself down. Look at that. Can I work myself over? Let's see. Where does this take me? It's right here. It's right here. So yeah, the remains of Winterhold. And I added back in realistic water too. I wasn't going to. But I decided to. Now you're gonna get the water to look, I don't know if you can really, oh, there's a wolf. If you guys could really tell, but if you look into the distance with the EMB, ominous tends to make the EMB, or tends to make the water have sort of a glimmer to it. This is added by Dawn of Skyrim, Sturdo. JK's and Dawn of Skyrim together. So like if I go to, let's say, here, we're already at Riften. Oh, do I not have? Here. Let's unlock all the map markers. Dawnstar, for example. Let's go to Dawnstar. Yeah, it's my favorite combination for if you're looking for cities, and it does others besides the main ones too with them combined. Let's just get the time of day. It's the morning. I have to increase that, by the way. I know last time I had my So here we are in Dawnstar. You can see everything. I only have 5. You can see everything that it adds. The big gate. Right.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
This is Wind Peak. It's kind of hard to really gauge a... But if you look around, this is, like I said, this is a combination of JK's and Dawn of Skyrim. Now there's individual mods for, I know Dawnstar has a couple. Soldier of War has a bunch of Great City mods. A lot of them look really nice. I happen to like this one. This should be the barracks, I think, right? Yeah. There should be a pawn shop.
Hmm?
Sanka. Northern Star Grids. Yeah. I really am loving this wood texture
something?
though.
Divine sake, Scald. Who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers anymore.
Your man Ulrich is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Scald. The Legion taught us loyalty.
You can hear wolves off in the distance.
Snooping around sarcophagus. Mages in the burial crypt.
Oh, no good can come of that, right? Nothing. Ever. I can't get up there.
Can't sleep well no matter how much drink I put in me.
It's the Alchemist.
Make it quick.
Wow.
Hey, ever try using 3 fingers to pick your nose? Of course you have. You're an idiot.
Yeah, how about I stick 1 foot up your ass, kid?
Sure, or I could take your lead and stick my head up there instead. You're too late. The mine already killed both of them. Mom was pregnant too, so maybe it was thinking the same when it collapsed on her head.
Wow, this kid is
Maybe it
dark.
was trying to keep its treasure secret. Say, you should go look for it. I have a map I can sell you for 200,000 gold.
Oh my god.
Go bother someone else.
I like that kid. You and I, when I become powerful, I'll be looking for an apprentice. That's awesome. That was I didn't even know I was there. I'm assuming interesting NPCs. That's awesome. So yeah, a place like, you know, Dawnstar here is Harland or whatever his name is.
Looking to
Harland.
hire a boat?
Nope, not yet. Adds the lighthouse. Like I said, I kept it. Ooh. Let's put God mode back on. I kept it pretty easy, you know. Let's see here. Other places to check out. Mortal, of course. Enemies nearby, right? Because the slaughterfish. Yeah. It's always the damn slaughterfish. Nothing we can do. I think footprints is working, right? Let's take a look. Pretty sure. I can see them. Yep, they're working. Okay. It's just really light. Alright. Morthal. Yes. He killed the father of that kid? Well... So here's your new entrance. Morthal looks pretty. Now I will admit it does look a little different without the EMB light. But I think for this particular play, like I said, less is going to be more. We have some other things to spruce it up, but like I said, it wasn't a major concern of mine.
What's the Jarl going to do about it? How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst. Ortho has enough problems as it is.
Valiant's house, yep. Interesting. Gold. Scimitar. A stone hand manuscript. some interesting things in here. Oh, I did take a different wood texture for cut firewood. So if you see them looking a little, who are you? Get back here.
Greetings.
Oh, I know who you are. Okay. Let's check out the poison blooms that it adds to the marshes because, yep, there they are. There's a couple. Let's see if we can get this mud crab to come over by one. Come on, little buddy. You know you want to. Oh, did it get you? It did. Oh, you're not gonna like that. The only thing is you can't loot them. But they're the ones you find in the Dawnguard DLC. These poison blooms. Damage health. Let's see where else I think they scatter them all over the place. So if you're not careful, you'll get poisoned pretty easily. This is still one of my favorite locations, especially with Ominous. Ominous just makes this place look really nice. Yep. I'm happy with them. I could probably change the death bell color since I'm not using the light. But now Morthal will have a, you know, it's gated here. So, you can come in this way. Huh, dead spider. Don't mind if I do. I don't know where he came from. Got him. Yeah, like I said, I'm okay with it. It's one mad vampire. Alright. So the smithy. The Alva? Guard. Interesting NPCs probably, I would assume. Is there another one? These things are annoying. There is. Ha. Yep. Okay. So things look good. As you can see here with the different wood textures, my take on it is they look weathered. They look chopped. Not really a fan of, I guess it's like almost like a whitish silver. I just think it's snow in my head. That's how I.
Don't mind Yorick. He's not mad.
That's how I
He's not.
justify it. All right, so Morthal's okay. What's another Falkreath? Riverwood I don't think is really touched. We saw Riften. What's another one? Rorikstead. Of course. I do. I haven't bit anybody. So eventually, because I'm vanilla vampire, once I hit level 4, unless that was patched, I've not prayed in a while either. Yeah, I know. And I think you guys have seen a lot of this already. That Rorikstead adds in. The general store. Obviously the farm. What's the name of this? I forget the name of it. Frost fruit. Okay. Frost fruit in. You can see all it adds. The added homes, there's the store.
Brigands I can handle.
It's got the upper gate. You saw that pop in. Obviously, I don't have LODs run. There's another gate here, which is functional.
Yes?
Alright. So that's the main thing, guys. NPCs look okay. Just place Wicco below the patcher. I'm going to have to run LODs. We may get into the story tonight. Seems like a good day more than ever to start, right? Wind is never naughty. I have no idea.
If you're thinking of
What's up,
setting
Juan?
up the farm, you picked the right place.
Yeah, I'm a farmer. Yep. That's exactly what I am.
Another quiet day, I hope.
It is a quiet day. So, obviously with the Hearthfire stuff, you can see they did their best to kind of keep things out of the way of each other. It's nice. You know, you look over the whole town. Well, I guess up here would really be more ideal. Flutterbuzz. Ignore the LODs, like I said. Nothing's been run. But yeah. So, let me quit out here. That's what I'm going to be doing, guys. I'm going to be, we seem to have everything in order. I am going to reinstall the patcher because I have to add in common clothes and its patches. I forgot to add this mod in. I wanted a little more diverse. No, I don't have any of Arthmore's because that would have put me over the 255 limit. And JK's and Dawn handles pretty much everything for what I'm doing. If I wasn't using perma, I probably would have considered it, but because of the way that it functions and because of the certain needs you have to do to get it to run properly, so the armor values, the weapon values all have the same, I had to leave some things out. So, and that would have actually been the, all of those would have been the perfect additions. Really. He's got an all-in-one patcher. I think it's with landscape fixes, or it's on the JK's page. I'm not really. It's on one of those two pages. So it's for all of his individual cities and towns. It just adds a ton of ESPs. So you're not only adding his, which each have an ESP, but you're adding the patches, which is the same number. So double the number of the towns of his that you're using. So but yeah, that's it. So like I said, I just have common clothes and armors. I didn't go too crazy on the weapons. This character is a pure mage. He will be using staffs. But I even didn't do anything with the staffs. I'm going to be running the vanilla staffs. I didn't want to have anything added. Because once you add one or two, well, I did add one individual staff mod, but that's going to be for later on. It's not anything he's going to have immediately. Like I said, with Unbound, I am going to get a random staff at, and hopefully I get a good one. Staff of Mage Light would be ideal, And of course, once I start up, I could always swap it out. If I get a really odd one, like if I get a paralyzed staff right from the beginning, I'm not going to use that. That's like what, 3 charges and it's done. It's not useful. Um, as far as textures, I did do a Midianborn. These are all perfectly cleaned. Immersive armors is really the only other one. I do have rustic armor and weapons. Lean wolves, better shaped weapons. Um, and then a couple of replacers, but nothing. I didn't go too into detail. The Perfect Legionnaire, and I think, where is it? Of course, the revamped quiver. Um, I do have aesthetic elves in. Okay, good. Let's see here. I may have to change his I may have to change his preset though. We'll have to see. He's gonna have the vampire eyes in the beginning anyway, so. Um, Guard's armor replacer was the only other one. And then, load order sensitive things, run for your lives. I do have that in because when I enable deadly dragons, I'm gonna set it so that the towns are also affected. So I'm gonna want NPCs going back to their homes. I don't want them out. I just want the guards, you know. So, but we'll see how that goes. So Pure Waters waterfalls. This is strictly for the waterfalls itself. And then we use Rally's water foam for realistic water too. Other than that, yeah. It's by no means lore weapon expansion for the weapons. And the audio overhaul patch. Cloaks of Skyrim, and then I swapped it over to Nerevar's Cloaks Ultra. Normally I do Cloaks of the Nords, but I decided to stick with this. Oh, you can't see this. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Damn. I always forget that. Let's see, if I don't turn that off, you guys see double screen when I'm in the game. I always forget about it. It should auto turn on and off, to be honest. Once you switch from one capture to another, it should automatically detect that. You would think they would have that in there by now, but it's more on me for forgetting. Yeah, I don't have too much as far as like new additions. This is it. The backpack, the 2 sets of robes, staff, lore weapons. That's it. These are just the replacers. So nothing in here is really new. Oh boy. This is true. I always forget about it. So yeah, it's on the smaller side. So maybe, I don't know, maybe tonight we'll get started with the first one. I'd like to get his play underway. You know. And I don't think, maybe the first one will go a little bit longer, but I don't really see myself doing, 5-hour streams of it anymore. Maybe 3. It depends, because I know everybody's got stuff to do, and obviously once it gets so late, it's later for others and earlier for others too. So I gotta try and find a nice balance. But that's it for now. I'm having an early dinner here, so I need to eat something. But I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna rerun the patcher. I'm gonna get that installed, and I'll put a link up later tonight for when it's ready. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set him up fully first, and then we'll go from there, because I think you guys have seen enough of me jumping in and out of screens to set things up. Let me just get rid of the saves here, because these are good. Okay, we'll start clean. That's it. That's it, guys, for now. Mini Mark. I still got to get a name. Well, I kind of have a name picked out already, but that's subject to change before later on. Mini Marco. Who is it that it was PC Outcast that he did a mini? It was Mini Macro, I think he called him, for his second Necromancer when he did the Undeath on SE. I remember his Ellie version of it. I still follow him. I'm still subbed to him. I'm surprised he doesn't have more followers. I don't know if he's still doing Skyrim stuff. Uh, I get it. I get pop-ups occasionally, but I think he's doing some Skyrim and he's doing some other stuff. He's got a nice laid back personality. PC outcast. So yeah, that's it, guys. Otherwise I'll be blabbering. So I will see you all later and enjoy the rest of your days. Bye.